Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to another video on Assassin's Creed Origins. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these. I'm excited to get back to it, start talking about the game. I've got some more content coming this week that's more than just the Let's Play. Of course, the Let's Play is still going to go up, but we're going to have more videos on top of that that appeal to somewhat of a wider audience. And in this video, I wanted to go over some things that I want to see post-launch of Origins, some things that I think are missing, some things that could be added to, and also I put out a post on Twitter asking for your guys' feedback as well. So after I've given my thoughts on things I'd like to see, I'm also going to go over some of the things that you guys have also said that you want to see, so we can get sort of a whole load of ideas on the table that maybe Ubisoft can take into consideration when, you know, giving us post-launch updates and content the same way Horizon Zero Dawn has done. So hopefully we get that in the near future. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. First up on the list is something that's been a staple of the series since Assassin's Creed 1. Unfortunately, wasn't in Assassin's Creed 2, but was promptly returned to with Brotherhood and hasn't left the franchise since, except for in Origins, and that is the ability to replay missions, to replay memories within the Animus. It's been talked about a little bit from Ashraf Ismail, I think, at one point, where he was asked about replaying missions, and he said, fortunately, it's not in the game, but they are thinking about adding it post-launch, and that's one of the things I'd love to see added post-launch, is the ability to replay any quest in the game. There's already a menu within the game that you can find all of your completed quests, so why not allow that list to be categorized and then replayed through that menu? Let's just go into the completed quests, let's have categories of main missions, side missions, and, you know, other categories to easily be able to change, you know, which one you'd like to replay, and just allow me to hit replay on a memory that I found interesting, whether that be the last mission of the game, maybe I want to revisit the beginning of the game, who knows, but it would be something nice that would add to the game, add to replay value, but also would keep up with, you know, what we've come to know from the Assassin's Creed franchise in the past. So it's something that I'd really like to see added into the game, and I don't think it will be too difficult or too big of an ask to add it in, especially since Ashraf's already said that they're thinking of adding it in post-launch anyways, so hopefully we do get that very, very soon. Another thing I'd like to see is somewhat more of personalization elements to the game. And I don't mean too over the top, because the personalization is already really, really good in terms of, you know, custom outfits, custom things that you can craft and stuff. But there's outfits, and sometimes you go back to the shop and they'll be changed colors slightly, and it's like, I would like there to be an outfit, but allow me to customize the colors of that outfit manually. Say by going to a tailor, you can buy a set of like dyes, like a color, like a dye you can buy for a certain amount of in-game currency, and you can then apply that to your outfit. Say you want it to have a white outfit color, but with, say, red accents, or maybe you want blue accents onto it. Take, for example, this outfit here, the Egyptian hedge. Why do I try? You might want the white to stay white, but rather than having the orange accent there on the belt, you might want to change that to blue, or you might want to change that to red. Who knows, but that freedom, I think, should be there to allow me to take an outfit that I like and change the colors accordingly to how I would like them to be in the game. And I think there's a lot of outfits in the game that are great outfits, but I don't wear them simply because I just dislike the coloring of them. So if you were to add manual dyeing of outfits in a future update, that would be probably one of my top things that I'd love to see introduced post-launch to Assassin's Creed Origins. Next thing I have is an actual feature that I'd like to see added to change the hair and beard. I know that if you go into the gear menu, hold right trigger and Y or triangle, then left trigger and Y or triangle, depending on your console, it will change and equip or unequip the beard and hair respectively. However, this was actually, I believe, something just for developers that actually ended up making it into the full game, and they've just left it in because obviously people like that. Something that I'd like to see, however, is an actual feature to be able to equip hair or a beard that doesn't unequip itself whenever I die or reload the game, especially after some cutscenes. It's very annoying when midway through a cutscene I just lose my beard, and it sort of breaks immersion in that sense. I get that it's just something for devs and isn't an actual feature in the game, but if you're going to keep it in, maybe add an actual feature so I can keep my beard or can keep my hair, and on top of that, maybe add a few more beard styles that you can have if you want to, same as hairstyles, to customize your Bayek. So if you're going to have it, maybe just go all out and include that. I think a lot of people would appreciate it, including myself, and that's something that I'd love to see post-launch. Another thing is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and a lot of RPG games do it, looking towards something like The Witcher 3 or Horizon Zero Dawn, is a New Game Plus mode and also an ultra hard difficulty. Now, New Game Plus, if you don't know what it is, allows you to start the game over again, but keeping your character with all of his skills, all of his equipment, and things like that, other than story-specific ones that you gain through the story. But you basically have your same Bayek, but you'd start the game from the beginning, and enemies will be scaled to you. So the whole game, you're going to get to play the whole game again. It's going to be slightly harder, more challenging with harder enemies, but you keep all of your equipment and your level and stuff like that, and you kind of just keep leveling up from there, playing the game again. An ultra hard difficulty, of course, would just be another super hard difficulty. So, because a lot of people would like to play the game again on New Game Plus Ultra Hard, which means you just keep all of your gear, play through the game again, but it's a lot harder, and you just get that sense of challenge that a lot of people really like. I think this is something they will add into the game post-launch, but I wanted to add it in here just to sort of voice my opinion that it is something I would really like to see. And lastly, from things I'd like to see personally post-launch in Assassin's Creed Origins, is an addition of more legacy outfits. So far, we've got Altair and Ezio through the Ubisoft Club and Aguilar through Twitch Prime. I would like to see all three of those just in the base game so that we can just have them, because I've done some linking with my account to try and get the Twitch Prime, haven't managed to do that, and also in the process have managed to unlink my Ubisoft account from like my Xbox account. It's all gone a bit messy, and now I've also lost the Altair and Ezio outfits, and everything's just become a little bit messy. So if sometime next year they could update it to have the legacy outfits that are already in the game, in the base game, so there's no fiddly things with, you know, having to get Master Assassin rank and having Ubisoft account linked to the right Xbox account and, you know, having the Twitch Prime stuff, that'd be great. But also, I would love to see Connor and Edward and Jacob and, you know, other characters in the Assassin's Creed games have their legacy outfits appear within Assassin's Creed Origins, just simply because, you know, it's the 10-year anniversary. Let's have all of the Assassins' outfits show up in the game. I think it'd be really cool to see, even if they don't fit with the environment, you know, it doesn't really matter. They're just cool to have in their nice little additions, so I would like to see a lot more legacy outfits make their way into Assassin's Creed Origins post-launch. Now for some things that other people from Twitter have said they wanted in the game. I picked a few things, but if you want to go over to my actual tweet so you can look at the whole thread of things that people have suggested, most people are sort of agreeing with things that I've put on my list, sort of set, like, you know, backing up sort of what I've said, that, you know, there's a lot of people in the community that seem to want, you know, New Game Plus, replayable missions, dying of outfits, more legacy outfits, etc., that have replied to my thing. So I didn't include those in the section, but here's a few new ones that I didn't include in my list that I thought were interesting. First up, from Joraptor, or Yoraptor, I never know how to say his name. Obviously, someone who's played a lot of Origins and, you know, RPGs with a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, as he makes a ton of content on that. Said, new roaming bosses, killed them all, but liked the fear of a boss hunting you. Maybe a weekly returning open world boss with a unique reward. And I think that would be really, really nice, because it's just something you can implement that, you know, once a week you get a high level boss that's going to be trying to hunt you down through the world. When you kill it, you get a really nice high level, possibly exclusive reward for killing that boss, and that's something that I really, really like the sound of. Next up, from the Synth Potato, he said more outfits, which I agree with. I would like to see a lot more outfits in the game. I think there's a very limited amount, and I think there will be more added post-launch, but I would like to see a few more in the game that look really, really nice sort of thing and unique. And another one is also, of course, he said, the ability to remove a scarf from outfits, and I agree with that. Sometimes I want to leave the hood up, but I don't like the scarf or like the mask he's got over his face. So it'd be nice to be able to have the hood up, but also be able to take the scarf off separately, independently sort of from the hood. So you don't have to take the whole hood off to be able to, you know, get rid of the scarf. You can get rid of the scarf and keep the hood up. That'd be a really nice feature. Next one is from Michael, who said a progress tracker so that you can tell how much completion you have, which I'd agree with. That'd be nice to have in the game. Like, you know, a DNA thing that could come into replaying memories somewhat, having the DNA there so you can see your percentage of completion through each part of the game, and you can see overall how much completion you've done and exactly what you need to do to get that to 100%, which would be useful and just a nice thing to have in the game. Another one we've got here is from Leo K, saying tick multiple items across a list plus sell marked items. So when you're in a shop, you can tick a bunch of items and sell them all at once if that's something that you want to do as well. That could work for buying and things like that in the inventories and stuff, which would just sort of add the ease of sort of user interface, I think. And then also he said fix the Predator bow aiming with the mouse, obviously on PC. Apparently it's jittery and weird. I haven't played it myself, but that's something that he'd like to see, as well as present day DLC possibly. I mean, I'd like to see some additions to the present day, because so far what I've played is a little bit lackluster, and I think that's pretty much what the community is saying for the modern day experience overall. So I mean, even though this is a setup, and I'm sure that it will continue on to the next game, we'll get some more and it'll get a bit more in depth possibly, I'd still like to see some more, whether that is post-launch, whether that is sequel-based. I would like it to get a little bit more deep and have a bit more weight to it and mean more, somewhat like Desmond's Saga did. It meant a lot to the overall story, whereas with Origins, it doesn't really feel the same way with the modern day. Lastly, we've got one from Dark Soul, who said, more Aya missions, maybe killing the enemies that, you didn't kill throughout the main story, or didn't see killed throughout the main story, that Aya killed at the beginning. That'd be really, really useful. Just a nice little thing to have in there. I really would like to see that. It's something that I feel that they won't do, because it's like, a big thing to add just as like a patch. But if there's any possibility for more DLCs down the line, maybe add some exclusive Aya stuff so that we can see what she got up to before the beginning of Assassin's Creed Origins, or during Origins, the assassination targets that Aya killed that we didn't actually get to see as Bayek. That'd be really nice to have in the game. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, because that would be super helpful. Comment down in the comment section below. Get the conversation going. What kind of things do you want to see added post-launch? Are there any things you need fixing? Any things you think were missing? Let me know down below. Let me know. Let's get people, talking about this and see if we can get some more things added to the game, and hopefully just make sure it keeps getting better and better and better, because obviously it's already fucking phenomenal, but there's just a few things, that we'd like to see added post-launch that you can just, nothing's ever perfect. So there's always things you can add. So that's obviously what this video is here for. That's what the comment section is here for. So be sure to do that. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the tweet so you can look at the full thread in the description. And with that said, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you're new. Would appreciate it. We're getting close to 55k now, which is insane. Thanks so much for 50k. It's been mental. The sub growth has been insane, and you guys have just been showing so much support. I really, really appreciate that. And I will see you all next time.
You people have suffered too long. It's time we take a stand. Unite, 'cause together we're strong. Defy and take my hand. I'm hearing whispers on the wind, born from the shadows. Origins, are these the flames I see?